The 26-year rent, a husband's vow. The three witnesses. A famous investigator once said that at every crime scene, there are three silent witnesses: the floor, the walls, and the ceiling. If an investigator looks closely enough, these three things can solve any mystery. In 1999, a 30-year-old man in Japan decided to put his entire life's savings into that single belief. This is the story of Satoru Takba, a man who kept a crime scene frozen in time for 26 years to find his wife's killer. The afternoon of 13th November. The setting is Nagoya, central Japan. 1999. Satoru, 30, and his wife Namiko, 28, lived a happy, quiet life with their 2-year-old son in a rented apartment. On 13th November, Satoru returned home from work to a nightmare. He found Namiko lying in a pool of blood on the apartment floor. Their toddler was sitting right next to her, unharmed, but unable to speak or understand the horror before him. The autopsy revealed Namiko's throat had been slashed. There was no sign of a struggle, no robbery, and no clear motive. The only clues were a few drops of B-group blood that didn't belong to the victim and a partial footprint of a small shoe, size 5 or 5.5, suggesting the killer was likely a woman. The frozen apartment. After a month, the police finished their initial investigation and handed the keys back to Satoru. Most people would have cleaned the blood, packed the memories, and moved on. Satoru did the opposite. He moved into a different unit nearby with his son. But he refused to give up the lease on the murder site. He told the landlord, "I will keep this flat until my wife's killer is found." For the next 26 years, Satoru paid the rent every single month. He never cleaned the floors. He never moved a chair. The bloodstains remained on the floor exactly as they were on that November afternoon. By 2025, he had spent over 22 million yen, approximately $150,000, just to keep that crime scene untouched. The ghost of the past. Decades passed. The case turned into a cold case. Over 100,000 police officers had worked on it over the years, and 5,000 suspects were questioned. But no one was ever charged. Satoru's son grew from a toddler into a 28-year-old man, while his father continued to hand out flyers outside news stations and police departments. Then, on 30th October 2025, a 69-year-old woman named Kumiko Yasufuku walked into a police station in Nagoya. "I am here to surrender," she said. "I killed Namiko Takba 26 years ago." The DNA in the dust. The police were skeptical. A confession alone isn't enough for a conviction in Japan. They needed physical evidence from a 26-year-old crime. This was Satoru's moment. Because he had preserved the apartment, forensic teams were able to return to the frozen scene, using modern DNA technology that didn't exist in 1999. They tested the old bloodstains. The B-group blood found on Satoru's floor matched Kumiko Yasufuku perfectly. A twisted love. Why did she do it? Kumiko revealed a chilling motive. She and Satoru had been classmates in primary school. She had a crush on him and had even given him a Valentine's card and chocolate in the 6th grade, which he had politely declined. She never forgot him. Years later, when she discovered he had married and moved into her neighborhood, her obsession turned into murderous jealousy. She viewed Namiko as the only wall between her and the man she wanted. On that day in 1999, she went to the house to confront Namiko. An argument broke out, and she took Namiko's life. Justice at last. Kumiko was finally arrested. In late 2025, after 26 years of waiting, Satoru Takba finally handed over the keys and stopped paying rent on the apartment. His mission was complete. His story remains a testament to a husband's devastating loyalty and the power of a preserved crime scene. As the old saying goes, the floor, the walls, and the ceiling eventually tell the truth, if you are patient enough to listen.